Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing great today. I have a super fun project today. Now this is not at all what I thought I was going to be working on today, but this kind of fell into my lap yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, so I'm going with it. So I was given this little package from our library here at the cabin, and they are having a tiny art community art show. So if you want to participate in the art show, they give you this little canvas and it comes with its own easel, and then you have to label your name, the medium you used, and the name of the piece. So I'm just going to put that in there, and now this is going to show through the Hands and Harvest Festival, which is in beginning October, but then they'll be on display in the library until the end of October. So it'll be super fun to see what everyone does because it's for every age, every medium. You know, they had some pictures of, I guess, some that are already done, and it was like kids with crayons and whatever. But my girlfriend and I decided that we were going to participate too, and she is, she can really paint, you know, like pictures and stuff, and, you know, I can't. So I'm going to do collage is what I'm going to do. And how cute is that going to be, right? This is a little 3x3 inch canvas that they provided. So what I'm going to do first, I think, is I'm going to go ahead. I have the elements I want to do this collage because, good night, it would be painful for you to watch me figure out what the heck I was going to do. I'm going to paint the canvas, and I think I'm going to try, if I can. I'm using this kind of cheap paint here. I'm going to try my best to see if I can't come up with like a Payne's gray color. Oops, well, not with that much blue, you're not, Helen. Okay, let's see if we can't move that over here. I thought maybe I'd do like a Payne's gray, which is like a blue black, actually. And actually, that's not so bad right there. So I'm going to just do the sides. You know, really, I was thinking I was going to do a little something in here and do it backwards like this. But let me tell you something. Even this 3x3 canvas here is such a small substrate to work on. It is so tiny. You know, even finding a focal point. I did look at the picture on the Facebook page of some of the ones they're just are, I guess, already had displayed for, you know, to give people ideas, and people actually painted pictures directly on the canvas. So they're not using, you know, they're just painting their focal point on. But since I'm doing collage, you know, I needed to find a small focal point. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a coat. I probably will let it dry and work on something else while it's drying. And I think it looks like I might want to put 2 coats on, because I don't know if you can see this, but you know, I doubt these cheapy little canvases are primed or anything. But I think we're going to have to do 2 coats on that. So let me just go ahead and let me get my easel out of the way without getting my fingers on it, and let's bump that out of the way. Okay, so let's let that dry, and then we'll go to the collage-y part. What I want to do is kind of make the collage and then attach it to the, well, parts, I guess, attach it to the, what canvas, Helen? Canvas, use your words. Okay, so I have this paper here, this like marbly, it looks like, you know, that book page, what do they call them, fly leaves or whatever, and I thought I would just go ahead and kind of take my scissors. I don't have one of those Tim Holtz tools that scratches up the edges and stuff, so I'm just doing it with the scissors. I want it kind of rough on the edges here, because, and if it, see, it's how it's kind of buckling up. I kind of want that. I want it to look rough like that. I don't want like everything to be smooth and flat, because I obviously am going to be putting this as the medium is going to be mixed media, because I'm using all kinds of stuff here. So let me just rough this up, and you can use, you know, like I said, just use the edge of your scissors Tim Holtz does have a little tool. It's a little round tool. I've seen people use it. Now I do have like something that does this, and it's battery operated. See, now I even took a big gouge out of that, but I don't care. That's fine because I want it to look very organic looking. I have one that's battery operated, the thing that distresses the edges, but I don't have that here with me, so I have to use what I have here. But I thought this was such a cute idea to have this little mini art show or community art show in on mini canvases. We have a very cool library here. Our library does a lot of fun stuff. And this is one of them. They have Tuesday talks. I think once a month they have somebody come in and do like a really interesting talk on different topics. And for a small community, I mean, they have all the latest books. They've got all the latest DVDs. You know, they really do a good job. Okay, so I've got that all roughed up. I don't know. Can you see how it's kind of curled up on the edges? And I might even actually play that up and curl it some more. Do I have something round small and round that I could actually curl the edges? I could do this right here, like that. Just kind of curl maybe two of the edges, the two opposing edges. Just curl them up a little bit, like that. Maybe like that. Okay, but I do want to ink the edges, and I'm just using, this is Color Box Chalk Chestnut Brown. Again, just something I have here. I don't have my proper distress inks here. So I'm just using what I have. But I do want to ink all the edges because besides being kind of natural, I do want it to also look kind of vintagey. All right, so we got that like that. All right. Now, I'm going to put this piece of cardboard on here. So I think that needs to be inked too. And then I was going to put this piece of paper here like this. Now I'm looking at that cardboard and I'm thinking, yeah, I'll ink the cardboard too. I'm going to ink everything, I think. Just to give it some depth. And I ripped this cardboard. It was so funny. I was looking for corrugated cardboard, and I've got a good size cupboard here, like a wardrobe, antique piece of wardrobe furniture that has my art supplies in it here. And I was like, oh, I know I have cardboard. Well, yeah, but it was all the, okay, now that's exactly the same size. I don't want that, so that needs to be cut a little bit or torn a little bit shorter. My edges on this are all torn because I don't want this to have a straight edge. But anyway, so I went and looked. Yeah, all the cardboard I have in here is, just regular flat cardboard. So I ended up having to go to the garage and or the shed and go find a box that we have out there. Now this one's too tall, and so I had to go tear this huge box. Tear a piece off of it to get a piece of cardboard, corrugated cardboard. And then I was fooling around with it and everything and didn't like the sizes, that I had done it in and everything. Well, I was going through my little paper scrap box here to find a piece of paper to put in the background, which I picked that one. But yeah, there was this piece of cardboard in there, and I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. I didn't have to go out to the shed after all. It was right there under my nose. Okay, so I've got that, like that. So I'm thinking something like that. Then I was going to put this little piece of fabric. It's a little piece of blue cotton with tiny little flowers on it, and I ripped the edges to make them all uneven, like frayed, like that. So I was thinking maybe to put something like that. And then here's my focal point, is this butterfly. Now he is actually a rub-on from Dollar Tree. He's in that rub-on kit that looks like Tim Holtz did it. But I went ahead and put him on a piece of cardstock, just white cardstock, and then cut him out to make him rigid enough to put on there. So I was going to do something like that. But I also have, this is a little too white, I think. I'm almost thinking I need to kind of darken that up a little bit. Maybe something more like that. Anyway, so I was going to do something like that, but I have also this thread that I found, and it's just like a little bit, it's very thin, off-white. I think it's just called craft thread, and I think I got this at, I don't know where I got this, but I was thinking of tying this somewhere, but I don't want to tie it around the butterfly, and of course the number is too small. If I tie it around these two, I wanted to do something like that. You know, I'm not even sure though if I do that, and I've got this big knot here, look at this. I'm not even sure if that would show. I want as many layers as possible to show on this because it's, like I said, this is such a tiny surface. So if I did something like that and put that there, and then put that here, can you even see it? Not really, but what if I put it down below the butterfly? Okay, let me see. And then we're going to give that little easel, not the easel, the little canvas, one more shot at paint there. What if I put it like, oh wait, I've got this too. Well, I could put this under there too. Let's see. See, this is what's killing me. It is such a small surface to work on. And then put the number 3 on the number. I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure if this string is actually even adding anything. Darn it, I really wanted to use that. Let's go ahead and put that aside. Let's go back to this and give this a second coat here while my paint's still wet here. So what have I been up to? I know it's been a couple days since I put a video up, and I apologize for that, but it was Mr. H's and my 29-year anniversary this weekend. So we went on this mountain rail adventures. We went on the New Taggart Flyer, which is an old train from the 1950s, I believe. And it takes you, it's a 22-mile, I guess 44-mile round trip. It's 4 hours, although ours was more like 5 hours because we went on the day after a storm, and they had to stop the train 3 times to cut logs off the track because you go in the woods. We went up to a place called High Falls, which are waterfalls that are at a very high elevation, which was really nice to see. But yeah, so we had to stop a couple times to get some logs. They actually have, the brakeman is also the, he and some other guys, you know, have big chainsaws, and they get the logs off. And they did apologize, but a big storm had gone through the night before. And this operation, the Mountain Rail Adventures, they offer 3 different trains, and the cleanup crews had gone to work on other tracks, so they hadn't worked on the track that we were on. So anyway, it was super fun. They give you lunch. We had 45 minutes at the falls. They have snacks, and they you know, you can get coffee all day long and whatever. Now back to this here. Okay, back to this here. Now, I like all my elements. One more before I just kick or chuck the thread all together. Because like I said, I'm not sure if it's really adding anything, but I did really want some more texture. What if we put it on that piece? Okay, that will work. Okay, that'll work to put it on this piece. You can see it a little bit on the sides here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and get that done, because we can't put the whole thing on there until that's dried. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and do I have, it doesn't matter what I have. I can just use a little piece of double-sided tape here. I just need something to hold the thread in place while I put it around. So yeah, so we did that train ride, and let me tell you though, on the way back, like when we were returning from the falls, it started to rain really heavy on the train. And then by the time we got back to the station, it had stopped, but it was really dark and cloudy. And I told my husband, let's just go, because we had an hour and a half to drive through mountains, literally up and down through mountains, from West Virginia to the cabin. And I said, let's just go, because I wasn't looking forward to, driving up and down mountains in bucketing rain. And it was coming, it was coming. You could see that it was coming. It was where we had been, and it was coming in the direction we were going. So we did get back safely, which was good. But it was tense at times, because it was coming down so hard. You could not see the road in front of you. And we're not familiar with that area so well. So anyway, the Lord blessed us and we got home safely, and that was good. Okay, so I've got my string on, and see how it's kind of wonky like that? Like it's taller or higher on this side and lower on that side. I kind of like that. Okay, so then we had this piece going on here. So let's go ahead and put this on, but I think we're going to have to use our heavy duty glue for this. Let's go ahead and get that down. Yeah, so we did that, and then what else did I do? Okay, so yesterday, let's see, what did I do? Oh, yesterday I went to fiber group with my friend, and that's when we stopped to the library to pick this up. But the day before, which was, what day? What is today? Today's Wednesday. Monday, I went foraging for goldenrod, because I wanted to make goldenrod tincture. Now, people think goldenrod is the same as ragweed. It's not. They're two different things. And people think, oh, goldenrod's what gives me allergies. No, actually, goldenrod is the medicine you need to get over the allergies from ragweed. It's just that ragweed happens to grow the same time of year that goldenrod does. So people think it's the goldenrod, and it's not. It's the ragweed that's making you itch and stuff. So goldenrod is actually the antidote that you want for that. So anyway, I wanted to make a tincture and some tea out of what did I do with my doubles? Oh, there it is. A tincture and tea out of my goldenrod. So I did find some. I had to go all over the county. There is goldenrod all over the sides of the highways and the roads. You don't ever want to forage anything that you're going to eat or use as medicine from the sides of the roads, because there's fumes and you just don't want to. You want to get it more from a pristine environment. So I was driving all over the county looking, and of course it was in everyone's yards and stuff, but I can't go into someone's yard and start taking their thing. And if someone had been out, I wouldn't have thought twice about asking them, can I forage some of your goldenrod, because I'm sure they would have been okay with it. But anyway, I finally did find some in a little alley in town. And I know that sounds seedy. It's not seedy. It's a little alley that hardly anybody ever even drives on. And there's an abandoned building back there, and their yard was filled with it. So I did go ahead and take some from there. And that being said, if you're going to forage, you need to be mindful that, especially if you're going to forage goldenrod, that is the last hurrah that the pollinators have for the winter. They need that to get everything else they're going to have for the winter. They don't have any other plants. Goldenrod's the last one. So be mindful of that if you're going to harvest goldenrod, and leave some for the pollinators. You know, make sure you leave some from them. Now, okay, so here's the issue. Now, I've got this fabric, and I like the fabric, but I also have masking tape. And I actually bought this for the project I was going to do today, which I will do next video. And I don't know, can I put fabric on masking tape, or masking tape on fabric? I guess I could. Why not, right? I could put that on there and then put that on there. Yeah, I'll do that, but what I need to do is just take this off, and I need to ink that up a little bit. And I'm going to have to use some glue stick or something to put it back down again. I need to go over this real gently with some ink so you can see it a little better. So anyway, so I went foraging, I got my goldenrod, and this morning I made tincture with it, which is, if you don't know, tincture is where you take your foraged matter and you put it in alcohol and let it sit for a while. Oh no, I've got something going on here. And then after a couple months, it's actually a medicine. Goldenrod has lots and lots of uses medicinally. So I won't get into that because some of you probably don't care. But anyway, I'm going to just kind of ink the fabric a little bit too while I'm at it. So I made tincture, and then I have a bunch drying to make some tea. But on the way back, because I went to town and I had my boots, and I had my boots on, and now what am I going to do I guess I'll use some of this. My boots on, my Wellington, my big black rubber boots. I had gloves. I had my shears to cut with and everything in my car, and a big black trash bag to pick up all the stuff I was foraging, the goldenrod. And on the way up the mountain coming home, I thought, you know what, I need some mullein seeds too. Now I have some little mullein plants that I planted this year, and they're doing well, and they do have little seed heads on them, but they're kind of small. I'm not gonna lie, they're still kind of small, and they're big ones on the bottom of the mountain. So I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna stop. Oh, I kind of like that there too. I'm gonna use this tiny little piece that I tore off. So I stopped, and I'm like, look at me, I'm so brave. I'm in the woods or getting out of the car and going up here. I had to step across a ravine to get up to where the mullein was, and I'm all in there, and I get one pod, and then like something's in the bushes. I was not brave, so brave anymore. I was like, okay, nope, don't need the mullein seeds that badly. So I packed it up and got back in the car. And I did get a head of mullein. It was about, maybe about that long, quite long. So I did put it in a bag, and I shook it. And now here's the thing. Now this looks like it's not, all right, before I put that on, my strings now look like I just did a bad job, not like I deliberately wanted them up and down. It just looks like I did a bad job putting them together. So now I'm going to try even them up a little bit. Helen, why are you caring so much? Okay, anyway, so I will get the mullein that I have here, but I did shake out that one pod that I got, and man, a lot of mullein seeds. So that's good, because I want to spread the mullein. I have 3 plants, and I want a whole bunch more. Okay, so there's my little set. Now, I need to kind of put him up. Let's see if I put him up there. It just kind of covers that completely. I would like to put the number 3 on there. This is one of the numbers. This number is from Shabby Dabby Doodah, Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. It's one of her principles. when she put that video out saying that she was about to lose her house and, you know, all her legal problems with her ex-husband and blah, 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 someone said, we need to support her. So I did buy some of her printables to support her. And I got the one of the ones with the numbers. So let's go ahead and put him a little bit offset there. And let's put, it's going to cover up that 953, but that's okay. And then we're just going to put this one, oops, there. So anyway, I did get my foraging on all my tinctures and stuff done. So I'm very excited to grow some more stuff. I wanted to put in my lettuce already for my fall planting in the flower or the raised beds here, but we have not put together the things that we want to put over them. The guard things that we bought, the net things that we're going to put over them are not put together. So, and the other thing is it's not going to rain here for a bit, and I'm not going to be here for a bit, so I probably will do it next time when I come, when it's a little bit cooler and I don't have to worry about, that's not quite straight. There we go. Is that better? I guess so. Okay. Okay. Oh, I like that. Look. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and put this down now. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I'm really interested in foraging all that. If any of you grows purslane, tell me about that. Tell me about growing purslane. I see that it's one of the things that people forage, but it's like better for you than spinach and kale and all the other greens that you can plant. I know you can forage it. I don't know where to forage it because, like I said, I don't want to go on somebody's private property to do that. But so I was thinking of growing it instead of all just lettuce and stuff in my beds, to actually grow some stuff that I can forage also. This is really pretty, and I'll tell you why. Because there's enough, I just want to make sure it's kind of straight. There's enough black, I mean that I painted this black, because there's enough black in the background, the black around there. If you can see, the butterflies also got black around him. So that looks good. I like that. And I like my little threads. And I like this. I might play with this a little bit more. Pulling these little... Maybe I'll pull all four... Should I put... Okay, should I put all four corners up? Maybe I will. Maybe let's do that real quick before it glues down. Let's see here. Let's see if I can just go ahead and curl it up around there a little bit, like that. And then this one, make it look real oldie-worldy with the curled edges, like, you know, how documents do, like that. Oh, I like it. Okay, so there's my little finished piece. I think that that's really cute. And it's just going to have to be good enough. And it's not a contest or anything. It is completely an art show. So it's just people making art. So it's going to be on its little trellis, like, or a little easel like that. Oh, great. I love it. I love it. Great. That was so fun. That's so fun. Thank you, library, because this is a fun little project. So I hope you liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do, and try make a little piece of 3x3 art, and you will see how difficult it actually is to get a lot of elements on a tiny little 3x3 piece of art. But it was super fun, and I do like the outcome, and I hope you do too. Until the next video, I hope you all are truly blessed. Bye-bye.